happened to our dreams? Because our dreams have changed lately. They really have. My hair is sticking up. It's okay. Our dreams have changed a lot lately. Some of the dreams are haunting. There's a lot of people having haunting dreams. Dreams that like take their breath away, those type of dreams. But our dreams is like they're not even making sense. Good morning. Good morning. Of course, my nose is going to try to itch as soon as I come on here. Our dreams are not even making sense anymore. It's like they're getting all tangled up. Has your dreams, can you hear me? I better turn this up. Have your dreams been getting like that, you all? Where you can't make sense out of them. Hello, Susan B., honey. You're going to go down to Wolf Creek. Okay, oh, that's perfect. You go on. MWON. Yeah. You had to rebuke it this morning. When I was sitting down there, I was listening to my husband. He went and visited his parents yesterday, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh my gosh. His dad, he's got like a touch of Alzheimer's and stuff, and it's really difficult if you have someone, a loved one, and they start like that. That's how my dad passed. He had got it. But he was sitting there talking. I said, Jonathan, I've got to do a video this morning. I'm sitting there thinking, what can I do a video on? And I didn't know until I literally sat down right here and it said the dreams. That's what came into my mind, our dreams. It came just like that. So that's what I'm going to do this video on. So you had to rebuke your dream this morning. Your cat was drinking the blue toilet water. Johanna, you've definitely had some strange ones that's actually occurred. She says, good morning, you all. Wherever you are in any part of the world, good morning. That's right. That's right, you all. Something is up with the dream state. And you may think, where on earth did this dream? How did this dream slip into my dream state? Because this is not me. I really don't like this dream because it's kind of way out there, and it's really like messed up. And this dream is like scary. Good morning, everyone. Oh, his feet hurting. Monica, yeah. So, yeah, our dreams, something is happening to our dreams themselves. And sometimes it feels like these dreams, if you've awakened from your dream, it feels like it's real. It feels like you went off into dreamland and something physically occurred. And then when you came back into your real realm right here, the awake realm, you can feel the aftermaths of that dream. It's so real. You can feel it physically, even though you may not have a memory of the pain, what happened to you, but your body feels something, and it's like your mind had got wiped clean during your dream. Miss Kimmy, honey, you woke up with a migraine. That's terrible. Crazy dreams for me, not scary. They're very crazy. Good day. From Western Australia, the strangest dream last night, and it's Sunday at 9:20 Sunday night at the moment. Amanda, honey, I hope you have a better dream tonight. I really do. There's like something's out there, and yeah, who wants to go into a dream when you're sleeping and you don't like where you're at in that dream? You don't. And then you come back in the real world trying to make sense of the dream world. When you woke up, oh, Susan. Oh my gosh. That's not nice. See, we have no memory. Why is it when we wake up with like scratches, or like me, my knees were busted, or like a lot of other people too, your neck was so stiff you couldn't move your neck, or your back, your shoulders, your feet, your hands, your elbows, your joints, the top of your head, and you have no memory of it. But yet, when you went to sleep, you didn't feel nothing. You were fine, and then you wake up and then there's no memory. That's like amnesia. That's like amnesia. Can't remember something. Um, Very vivid dreams. You woke up screaming words. Oh my gosh, Crystal, honey. Into your awakened state a few more times. Lemurian. That's right, Susan, like we've been in a battle. Some type of a spiritual battle in that realm. Are we going into another realm that's really real? And we've been told all this while that that realm, that's just a dream state. Is it really a real realm? Another form of reality? Because you know they study the patterns on the human brain. They put these wires all over the people's heads, all over certain quadrants of your brain and stuff to see the activity that occurs. And how can they wipe your mind? How can they wipe your mind? How they can implant memories into people's minds. Like, where'd you get that technology, implanting stuff in people's minds? Um, are we, Susan, on? Are we experiencing the demonic on the astral plan? We in a battle, or are we not, Susan, honey? Yeah, yeah. This is. Um, they're preparing us. Well, let's hope that the dreamscape that doesn't bleed over into the real world and we start to physically see and hear these things, because it could be very possible. Anything's possible. It's just only beginning now. Um, you vomited. Oh my gosh. You woke up needing to vomit in the middle of the night the other night because the dream force feeding me loads of meat on a sandwich. Wow. You all know that this ain't normal. This is not normal. So just think of all the other people who are not looking at this video, who have no knowledge of this realm state, what's happening in the dream state, and they're experiencing these things and they're just dismissing it totally, totally dismissing it, unaware that thousands of people, if not hundreds of thousands, are having the same thing happening to them all around the world, because it's not local. It's not. It's not local. It's worldwide. It's worldwide invasion of our dreams, or capturing us in our dreams, coming to where we're at and doing it to us. I'd like to have some superpowers. Well, you probably do got superpowers, but they're not letting you use them. We're taken during our sleep. You woken up with needle marks and that turn into bruises that were not there. And who are they? Who are they? Do they have humanity's best interests at heart? And is somebody on this realm that we live on? Did someone give them permission to come and do this? Or did they forcibly make their way into our dreams because of that? They can trap bits of our souls in these dreams, and you just got control of flying yesterday in the astral realm. Oh, Heather, that's horrible. That's horrible. I know a lot of people, I used to younger have dreams that I was falling, but I'd wake up. And I wouldn't die, I'd wake up. But the eating so much in your dream state and you wake up so full, yeah, that's not pleasant. And then you vomit. That's awful. Good morning. Oh, oh my gosh. You all, are you hearing the comments? Are you reading the comments? Well, I'm gonna say we did a YouTube video on like long time ago. It's probably been this year since I've done thousands of videos. It's probably been around this year that we saw that the first interdimensional warfare would be waged against humanity. They would invite in these interdimensional beings, um, and Russia waged it. According to the wiki thing, they waged this interdimensional warfare against us, and then it turned out to a full-blown battle in the real world. There are interdimensional forces, unseen forces at work that are bad, and armies of them, spiritual like beings that can cross over into different realms. And but where you got the bad, you've got the good also that can do that too. But I wonder why there's an influx of this wildness, and everybody don't have the exact same dream. It's all types of variations, and that's mind-boggling. It really is. Um, it's not across the board things. Yeah, Penny, honey, I'm not going to watch it. You have to ask yourself. Let me address this. You have to ask yourself, why was that movie, and I'm not dismissing it, why are they pushing it so much? I see it everywhere. Watch this, watch this, watch this. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not. It's so hard in this world that we live in on a daily basis to keep out the negative. It's like we are being bombarded with the negative. And watch this negativeness, even though it's real, watch it. Watch it. I'm not going to watch it. I won't recommend anybody to watch it because you know what's happening in this world. We've got to keep the negative inflow we have got to keep it low in order to maintain our grounding on the inside, you all. We do. Because when you see it, when you see something, it is forever embedded in your being, forever embedded. You cannot get that, what you saw, out of your mind unless your mind gets wiped. You cannot. It's like it's something that you eat, literally, and it goes inside of you. Is Penny, honey, I know it's not a movie. It's real world documentation. I know it. I know it. I don't focus on that. I don't. I can't. I cannot focus on that. That is not for me to do. Other people are doing it. You can tell because they did it. They did a documentary on it. That's not my calling. I can't focus on it. There's not enough other things that people can focus on. Everybody's focusing on a lot of stuff like that. That's the mainstream alternate focusing. This channel's focusing on something different. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not. I'm talking about the dream state. Something's happening in our dream state, and it's literally materializing in the real world. And everything that we encounter in the daytime, I'm sure it has an effect in the nighttime when you go to sleep, is what it is. When you go to sleep. Oh, Penny, honey, that's okay. That's all right. That really is all right. You're just trying to be helpful. You are, because it is concerning. It is. But I just try not to focus on it. You had a dream about a negative energy portal. You dream in color, Otmar. Um, so, yeah. Hundreds of people's dreams, Bruce. There's so many different variations of what's happening to the people in their dreams. There's so much going on. It's like there's no escape for some. You want to, like, you have like a bad day or something like that. And if you could just rest, if you could just get some sleep, you'll wake up feeling better and things will look better when you wake up. But little do you know, when you go to sleep, things don't get better. They get worse for some. And then you wake up feeling even worse than you did before you went to sleep. You thought you had a bad physical day. Well, you had a bad spiritual, like physical night in your dream. And you ever see those movies? There's like things about where people don't go to sleep. They're afraid to go to sleep because of what they encounter in their sleep. Um, Johanna, you too. You go ahead and make some business calls, Johanna. Thank you. Um, Black and white for you, but if something wants my attention, it will be only thing in color. Good morning, world. Do you wake up tired, you all? I think there is a lot of people who do wake up tired also, but to wake up with marks on your body. See, this ain't mainstream. This ain't mainstream. If you saw something like this, it literally, if this video right here was broadcast on all channels, news channels, something's happening in our dreams, people are waking up with marks on their bodies. Oh, people would panic. They think, oh, something's really going on. If the news is reporting this, we really pay attention. They're not going to report it. They're not. Mm-mm. They don't want to raise awareness like that. Besides, they're controlled. They're controlled to what they are allowed to show. Yeah, then they have to follow whatever they're told to show or they don't got a job. You wake up exhausted every day, often with evidence of missions. You have a wild story about I don't know what a succubus is, third eye reactions. Eating turkey makes you dream weird. You're on a fruit diet and you can feel the collective consciousness pain of the world. Yeah, if you're like an empath, you're like a sponge. You absorb it all. And that's kind of difficult. It really is because it's like a load. It's like you can't escape it. You can't. The heaviest energy feeling. Okay, so something is happening to our dreams. What has happened to our dreams? See, like right now, I have a high pitch frequency in this ear. And I'm sure a lot of you all have been having it too. It's like even if you try to plug your ear, it gets through. Somehow it gets through. You have a list of dream music on here on the YouTube. Yeah. Your ears are screaming right now. Is it because of this? And you remember that video not yesterday, maybe the day before, the volcano. It was a high-pitched sound. That's what these frequencies sound like. High-pitched sound like found at the volcano, high pitch in Indonesia. Oh, Dennis, Freddy Krueger. I remember watching. No, was that Nightmare on Elm Street? I remember watching that as a teenager, and I thought, oh wow, I like this. Well, I don't like it no more. It's not funny. It's not. It's downright evil. It really is. Going around scaring people. Good morning, Jay Jocelyn, honey. The pressure and the whining. Deb from Scotland, a lot of nonstop ear this past 2 weeks. You've had it crazy. The magnetosphere being depleted. And you know what happens when the magnetosphere gets depleted? Something comes through. A lot of something makes its way through the cracks and stuff. And what was CERN's magnetic field? Was it like 65 Kelvin? Am I using the right whatever? Earth don't even have one. CERN's magnetic field is like, I don't know, 65 times more powerful than Earth's. And so what does that say? What does that say? They can pierce holes straight through. And they could literally reverse that magnetic field, and they can suck something in, suck something right in. If you do reverse polarity, um, if there's such a thing, I don't know, it just literally came in my mind. Reverse polarity with a magnetic field 65 times more powerful than that of Earth. Could you imagine, like a draw the energy, draw the dark matter to this realm? And could they contain it? Hello there, Deb, honey. Yes. Um, Dream police. Do they got dream police? Um, and if someone is like in the physics, you are good with physics and stuff like that. Is there such a thing as reverse polarity? Yeah, especially with magnetism. Well, of course, the poles flipping or something like that. But I'm thinking of a vacuum that can be brought on by reverse polarity. Dizzy spells. Carrie, yeah, a lot of people's third eye is awakened and they're sensitive. You all, I take if when I remember one small capsule that I made of activated charcoal powder from my actual firewood when it like the leftover, the dark coals. A long time ago, I rinsed them off and stuff, and I crushed them and crushed them and crushed them, and then I put them in a blender in a fine powder, put them in a capsule, packed it full. I take one every day because it can filter whatever impurities in my body. Um, you've seen videos when someone uses technology to harass. Oh, wow. Oh, Crystal, honey. See, that brought this back to me. Crystal, so they harass people in sleep. This person, long ago, years and years and years ago, when the UFO stuff started coming out, this guy had had this thing that he made, like some kind of organization where he researched the UFOs, and that's where he went and started gathering information. And they came to him in his sleep and gave him nightmares. The shadow people did, and it terrified him so much he stopped. He stopped it all in its track. They came to him and gave him nightmares, horrible, horrible nightmares. That's right. It's technology used for evil. It is to send you a warning. So just think, you can't escape it in the real world. You can't escape it in your dream state. You got to be protected. You got to be protected. I do pray before I go to sleep every night. I do, and I pray in the morning when I wake up. It don't have to be a long one, but I do. I pray for perfection or protection. Well, one day I will see perfection, so will you. Um, well, I've seen the animals heard about the animals walking in a circle, and someone saying, is there any other sign of animals? Now let me say something. Okay, you just now brought into my mind. Let me address the animals walking in a circle. We have a man down here. Okay, he has cows, lots of cows, and he loves his cows. He goes out in his field every day, and he carries his staff, his whatever he uses, and he can train those cows. They will walk in a circle for him. Okay, you can train animals to walk in a circle. You can. I'm first-hand witness of it. They can do that. That's the flip side of it. So I don't know if that's something that actually happened, because you physically can train animals to do that. You can. And you can do a lot of things with green screen. You can. You can film somebody like that, and you can green screen that individual out of it. You can. There's been, what is TIs? There are TIs yes, there are TIs in this group. Crystal, what is a TI? What's that mean? a TI in this group? Because I am not familiar with that, those two letters. Yes, you can teach worms to crawl in a circle. Oh, okay, thank you. Because I didn't know. That's a better form to, a better word, TIs. That's right. Um, what was we talking about? We were talking about the dream state, how what has happened to our dreams, because something truly has happened when you wake up from your dreams and you have physical harm done to your body and you have no memory of it. And people would say, oh, well, you did it to yourself in your sleep. You did it to yourself in your sleep. No, no. I don't think somebody did it to themselves in their sleep. If they wake up with a massive headache, or they wake up vomiting, or they got scratches on their body, or their knees are busted, their neck is all stiff, they feel like their neck has been like a whiplash, and their back is whatever, their ankles, their feet are hurting, their bruise on the top of their head, a big lump on the top of their, no, we did not do that in our dream state to ourself. We did not. Something happened in our dream state. Something physical happened um, in our dream state. Deb, bruises. That's right. Isn't that awful? Scratches, and you walked with a limp for 2 weeks. That's right. Who? Somebody has given, something has given permission to have this happen to our bodies. Let's talk about the paranormal, the things they don't like you to talk about, the taboo, this like, I'm gonna say it, spells and stuff, these portals. They opened up portals to allow these beings to come in to get us during our dream state and attack us. Um, when an incubus attacks you and you can't wake up, what is an incubus? A Taurus queen of Zion? I don't know what an incubus is. Um, Vonda, happened to you around 12 or so, and it got you worried, and you can hear this very loud noise. Vonda, honey, I don't know what you said. Further up in your comment section, you all, it's hard to see all the comments because I get to talking and then I don't focus. Um, that's okay, Penny, honey. Yes, you put it on. Put on that armor of God. If you believe in it, put it on. You better believe in it, or it ain't gonna do you no good. Um, I don't know what Vonda was referring to because I missed the statement. Her thing. Um, why do you suppose we're being slammed with all of this from the giants so suddenly? Having visions, sleep states happening because time is running out. Oh, okay, Vonda, honey, thank you. I am so sorry. That is not a good feeling. Ika, honey, I don't like to talk about Jets and White TV. Okay, I don't. I went over there, and remember I did videos on he was predicting the rapture event, and there was lots of other people predicting it, and I said, oh, we're going to keep a tab on this. We came back, it didn't happen. It did not happen. Then it was moved up, and it still didn't happen. I don't, that's his own channel. He can focus on whatever he wants to, but I got my own stuff. Thank you kindly that I focus on, and yeah, it's fine. Leave him out of my channel. I know he watches it, but that's beside the point, you all. That is, you all. No, I'm not going to endorse his channel. I'm not. I know there's people on here who likes to go there, and he seems like a really kind-natured soul, him and Nancy. They really do, and they're doing their own thing, trying, to survive and keep the connections up with people. They really are. If I can put myself in his shoes and her shoes, they're really just trying to spread awareness, trying to wake people up in the way that they know how. Okay, they are. There, I'll give it to them like that. But no, I don't watch it. So yeah, um, you feel like a hangover. I've only had like a bad headache maybe twice in my life. That's it, twice. One is from busting my head on the diving board, low dive, doing a backflip, busted it wide open right up here, and it's about like that long, literally on my head. And it's numb in that area at times. Yeah. It is. Rainbow turtle. Um, uh, yeah, so I got a little bit sidetracked, and I don't mean to. I could have avoided the comment, but no, I didn't. I didn't avoid it. It's all right. It's okay, Ika, honey. It is. It's fine, you all. Yeah, I'm really trying to catch myself, and I'm really working at, if I don't have nothing nice to say, not say nothing at all. But if I have like it's something that, I think, well, this happened, I will try my best to speak about it in a positive way while addressing it. I will. I've been really working at that. I catch myself, and I can speak about a negative that happened in a positive way, because I don't want to spread negativeness. We got enough of that going on. I want to try to build others up. I really do. And it takes a long time to even get to this point on my journey, because human nature wants to lash out, say, you see, that's what they're doing. Yeah, I'll stumble and fall, but I'll pick myself back up. I will. I don't have to respond negatively. I don't. I can address it in a positive way. I can. Um, your wife asked you, is this what I want to be doing? Third eye reaction. Ask you if what is what you want to be doing when it comes back. We are, Crystal, honey, yes, in the midst of the biggest spiritual battle ever. That's right. We know we encounter spiritual battles on a personal level, and we have throughout our whole entire life. Throughout our whole entire life. If you're that type of person who battles in the spiritual realm, you know what it's like, and it's hard. You've had enormous battles that you've had to overcome. You had. Um, yeah, you can ask for help from angels. That's right. It's the intent in your heart, because the spiritual realm knows whether you're serious or not. Um, have any of you seen into the spiritual realm uh, angels standing guard? Have you? Because you may have seen them. There are people who have the gift that they can literally see into the spiritual realm, the gift of sight. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a wonderful gift, but if you're that type of person, you can not only see them, you can see the darkness trying to get at you. You can. Um, we transmute the energies, yes. Um, you have been burnt with scars physically. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Um, you see the paranormal. I can feel it. I can feel the paranormal. I have not. I'm telling you right now, I have not asked to see into that realm. I have not. Um, I can feel it very heavily. But as for the seeing, that's something I am not. I thought I could ask for it, but I better be careful what I ask for. So I'm very careful. I'll ask for wisdom and knowledge and understanding and peace and love within my being. First of all, I'll ask for love, because all of those, as far as I'm concerned, is a byproduct of love. The wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the patience, the kindness, encouragement, the gentleness, all of this, empathy. It is a byproduct. Um, while being able to feel and sense. Um, but I don't know if I want to see it. I know I will see it. I will see into that spiritual realm one day. I know I will. It's there. I'll see it. But not at this moment in time. On this timeline, I'm not going to see it at this moment. Um, you have Tentermoon. You had to put a protection of circles, but they need to be reinforced by things getting in here. Jesus is very real. He is very real. And I never heard of Christ consciousness before. I really didn't. Before this journey, I've never heard of it referred to as that. I haven't. Um, no, I can see the ships in the sky. I can. I can hone in on them. You had a dream. Okay, a Taurus queen with an angel. He had powerful, colorful wings of one Egyptian gods, and I heard some very beautiful angelic singing. A Taurus queen of Zion. See, I'm glad you said that because I do want to speak about what you're speaking about with the wings. I do. Um, and it hasn't been the time yet, but I am going to speak about it because I believe they exist. I've seen 7 of them coming out of the chasm in the sky. 7 gigantic winged being. Good morning, TK. And I thought they were hang gliders. That's how massive they were. Hang gliders with costumes on them. Back in um, the middle part of 2018 when I started this 4-year journey. Came right out of the chasm in the sky, right over my head. I was outside with my phone. I was trying to record them and I wasn't allowed. And they were human. They were human with a 20 to 30 foot wingspan. Their wings were black with reddish orange tips at the bottom of their feathers. Around their waist was like a reddish orange cummerbund, and their feet area reddish orange, and human face, human bodies, but they had wings, and they were massive, massive. I wasn't fearful. I was in awe. I was in awe that they showed up. I did. Never thought I'd see anything like that in my life, but they were human form bodies. Um, yeah, I've never forgot that, and I won't. Right over me, around 7 of them. First, the main one came out, and literally right over my head. If I was to guess, I would say no higher than 100 feet above my head, no higher than that. And as they flew over, when they got to the edge of my property, they disappeared. They vanished in the sky, just like that. Yeah. So they do exist, and it's okay. That's all right. If the powers of this world want to hide their existence, you can only hide something for so long. You can only, because they literally let me see them. They were physical. They let me see them. Yeah. The veil is heavy over sleepers. Brenda, honey, what do you got to do, Brendan? She wanted to know yes, I wanted to know what an incubus is and a succubus. Yeah, I want to hear about that because I didn't see the comment and I got sidetracked. Deb, honey. Thank you for letting me see your comment because I don't know what they are. I could like pause this and I could like go do a search, but I've never heard of it before and I really do want to know what an incubus and a whatever is. I will pause at this moment and I'll wait for that. I'll wait. I won't talk. I'm gonna watch the comments. I'll talk, but I'll watch the comments for the to tell us what it is you all. They are sexual. An incubus is a sexual encounter. Never heard of that. Sexual demons. Now, see, I have heard of people having that occur in their dream state. I have. I bet I never knew that form. That I think I rather liked it that form. But now we know what it means. I have heard of that happening. I've had it happen to myself too, and I did not like it. I didn't. It's like they attack you in your sleep. Okay, they do, and you wake up and you can feel that they've done something to you. You can. Sexual night demons. They love it. And we got some, you could say we got some physical ones in this world. They may not call themselves demons, but they got some of that activity going on big time. They do. And I don't got nothing against it, you all. It's a sacred encounter between individuals. It should be sacred and holy. It really should, because you're literally giving of your spirit. Your spirit, your energy is uniting with that other person's. And if you've got this energy that you let out of you with a person that's got hate and stuff in them, you're literally exchanging energy into your body. You better be very careful, really, very careful who you give that energy to, because it is a sacred energy, it's a spiritual energy, because you're giving of yourself. And they know that that type of energy from a person is sacred and it's powerful. They know it. Um, that's right. Okay, so we're not talking about that now, but thank you for letting me know, because I wanted to know when our truckers were here in Ottawa, all blowing their horns. Do you think it was upset because that could have been afraid to open something? I don't know, Betty, honey. I remember, I remember hearing about Queen, the Queen. She made herself Queen, and I thought I never heard of that. She said, "I am your Queen," and I guess she vanished. She vanished from the light. They didn't push her out there anymore. Oh, you'll take a warm up on your cup, please. Thank you, earaches. Um, Energy vampires are everywhere, Johnny, honey, yes. If you're someone who is literally trying to keep, your enthusiasm, your positive energy up, keep yourself in a good mood to where you're not going to get depressed. And if you go around certain people, they're going to depress you because they're going to complain. They're going to complain, and they may just need to get it off their chest, but they're complaining and it's negative, and you feel your good energy just like slipping. It's slipping right out of your hands. Protect yourself. Protect your heart, you all. Protect your heart. It's the wellspring of life. It is. Um, you don't want this stuff coming inside your heart, because out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. It's what's inside that defiles the person. It really is what comes out. There's this song, garbage in, garbage out. What comes in is a foul mouth. All can see what goes inside of me, what I congest with my hearing or seeing. I pay the price. It really does. You don't want to feel miserable on the inside. So be careful what you see and what you hear, what you say. Really, you all. And yeah, you got to protect your space, your energy, your peace. But what happened to our dreams? What happened to our dreams? Something terrible has happened. You all, can we give this video a thumbs up? Um, because a lot of people were having things happening in their dreams, and it's physically harming their body when they wake up. They're being physically harmed. And this is not hypothetical. This is not a theory. This is real world, firsthand accounts from people. The dream state is another realm. It's another realm. It's another world, is what it is, you all. And something's happening. You can have a dream. You can be trying to figure out a problem in your daily life. So stressed out. How am I going to do this thing? How am I going to get this? How am I going to get this part on this engine? I've been trying and trying and trying, and I don't know how to get this on here. What can I do? I did that with I had this thermostat on. What vehicle was it, Gina? You replaced the thermostat on, and I couldn't get my this special socket on there. I tried and tried and tried. It wouldn't fit. And then I thought, I mess with it, mess with it. I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning. I said, that's it. I'm going to remove the power steering pump so I can have room to replace this thermostat. I think it was. No, it wasn't a thermostat. It was my one of my oxygen sensors. It was on my my Jeep Liberty. It was an oxygen sensor. I could get to it with a socket, even though the spot was tight. but I couldn't get the one that went on there. There was no room, and I tried everything. And then I went to sleep the next day. I woke up the next morning. I came out there. I said, I'm just going to take off this power steering pump. I'm going to just move it out of the way. And it worked. It was so simple. And I fought with that thing for 3 or 4 hours. It drove me up a wall, but I didn't think about moving it. But after I woke up, see, my dream cleared my mind. And I just woke up and I knew what I was supposed to do. Yeah, just like that. I knew. Um, that's right. Sleep on a major problem. It works unless when you go to sleep, you get attacked in your sleep. And you think, oh my gosh. Um, so your real world reality does sometimes bleed over into your dream state. You get help from your dream state. Um, yeah, I figured it out in my dreams. Um, Crystal, honey, that's okay. The comment. See, you can come back here. I'm not gonna do that daily comment thing on the community section because it's like it's not flying. So I'm not gonna do it. Don't look for no community section thing. We're daily update, November the 27th. I'm not doing it. It was a good thought, but I'm not going to do it. We can comment right here. We can go to this as a major area right here. So yeah. Um, Yeah, I got the special socket for the O2 sensor. I did. It was a deep well socket. But what happened with the O2 sensor, it was not the O2 sensor that I had on there. It did not have that exact fitting for that type of socket. When I got the new one, the O2 socket. Hello there, Suburbius. The O2 socket wrench fit on the new one that I was going to replace with the old one. The old one it wouldn't fit on, but the new one it did. I had to get another set of deep well sockets, and I went all over for them that I could use on the old one. But yeah, that's what happened. That was my problem too. I thought, why isn't it fitting? Because it was just spinning around. And I thought, I can't have it stripping my sensor out. I'm trying to get this sensor off. But yeah, that's what happened. You are talking auto mechanics and a drop to people. That's okay. I like auto mechanics, I really do. Um, so what happened to our dreams? What happened to them? Because people are having very vivid dreams. Um, and they're waking up with, read the comments, they're waking up with scratches on their bodies and massive headaches. One person was fed food in their dreams until they vomited, meat, until they woke up and they vomited. That's what they did in their dream state. Now, how on earth is that possible, you all? How can a real world thing like that in our dream state do it? How can it? It's like, how can you take our bodies and do that? Dude, it's weird. That right there is really wild. It's like they've given physical control over us. Oh, it's getting more active, huge feline. It is getting more active and intense, and the dreams are getting more crazy. That's right. Something didn't work, and you had a dream about going and turned it on and it worked. Isn't that wonderful? Houston, it is. It's wonderful. It really is wonderful when that happens. Um, yeah, dreams are more frequent that I can remember. REM sleep. Well, we don't want to be in a sleep state. Um, we beat the earaches, elbows, and Enoch. See what happens when we join together and how strongly become everyone in this group is ready. That's right. That's right, you all. You're not alone in your battle. It's worldwide. It really is. And people who don't see this video, they don't realize it. It's happening all over the world. All over the world. Um, yeah. Are we finding the right tools to fight the demons? Bruce Honey, that's a good question. That really is a good question. It is. Because some things ain't going to work. Some things are not going to work. Um, I think there's like an example. in the Bible where these disciples or somebody, they went out and they tried to cast out these demons in these people. And they said, they said somebody, and Jesus I know, but who are you? They literally about tore them men to, they about tore them up. The demons and these men about tore these men up because they did not, these men did not have what it took on the inside to get them out of them people. They didn't. They about literally tore them up. Um, yeah. Are you using the right tools? Because the spiritual realm knows whether you're serious, whether you got the power to do it or not. You are. They do. They know whether you got the power inside of you. Even in this real world. Someone in this real world, when you say something to somebody and they know who you are, and you say something and you mean it, they know you mean it. They know you mean it because you always follow through. You're going to do what you say. That's right. You ever encounter people when they tell you they're going to do something, I'm going to do it, and they don't take you at your word because they know you're not going to do it. You're all talk. You're all talk and no action. Same thing in the spiritual realm. All talk, no action. They know how you are in the real world. So that's why they're going to get you in the spiritual realm too. You don't have the strength within you, and I don't mean no disregard. I'm not speaking down to nobody. You don't have it in you in the real world. This is just flowing in my mind to battle it in the dream world. We gotta get strong on the inside of here. We do build ourselves up on the inside of here. We got to get strong because when you go to that dream state, you want to be prepared too. Okay, you want to be prepared. Yeah, so there are people that I know, they're going to tell me they're going to do something. I'm not expecting it because I know they're not going to follow through. They're not. They're not. Um, it's like the person that gets picked on. They keep picking on them and picking on them because they're not going to do nothing. Well, one day that person's going to fight back. Then what you going to do? You're going to continue to pick on them? No, because you're going to get beat up. Yeah, you're going to get beat up. You continue to pick on somebody thinking that person's going to take it and take it. No, no, no. They're going to get fed up and they're going to build themselves up spiritually and physically. They're going to get ready. They're going to get themselves in shape. They are. They are, you all. It's our choice to be here. You've been spiritually attacked years ago. You got to, oh, Penny, honey, you got to fix your truck's heat. You know, I had that thing with my Dodge. It was in the winter time and the heat went out. And I would drive to work with a blanket on my legs trying to get myself warm. And I took it to the dealer. They said they got to take the dash out and stuff. They had it for a month. I got it back. It worked for a few weeks. Then I couldn't get the heat blowing out on the floor on the driver's side. I mean, it comes out through the vents, but the passenger side gets more. I did see a thing about certain vehicles. There's like a fuse. There's like a fuse or some kind of a regulator that goes out. If you like go behind your glove compartment, you take off a panel and there's a fuse. There's a fuse or a regulator that you can replace that literally can like maybe do that. Sometimes the door gets stuck to that side of the vehicle and you don't want to take your dash apart. You crack it if it's old. But yeah, sometimes I think, are you charging me to do something when it's only a simple fix? Really? Sometimes the blower mower goes out too. Sometimes you could just have a vacuum line that came loose. Or sometimes your thermostat ain't working, or sometimes your radiator ain't working right. Sometimes your, what's that other thing? Water pump? Yeah. Your thermostat could be bad. Well, you know how to check it. Put it in some boiling water. See if it opens up. Heater coil, yeah. See, we got some mechanics in here. We got mechanics. We got some subject matter experts in all kinds of fields on this YouTube channel. We really do. Vacuum lines, get a pinhole. That's right. They do. Coolant. I am married. So, yeah. So, I like to try to figure things out for myself, but sometimes if it's too big, I'm thinking, no, I can't. It's too much. I don't got the energy for it. Pray for you and your daughter. She went, oh, yes, absolutely, Tony, honey. Yeah, remember his daughter went missing. Um, yeah, that's right. I pray that you find her safe and sound. I really do. That she is returned to you unharmed in the name of Jesus. I believe in the name of Jesus. And if there's, well, and if the angels would go out there, there's angels too. They can go out there and pull her. If the darkness has taken her, get her back from the darkness. The guardian angels, her guardian angels. We all got guardian angels. Angels are ministering spirits. They are. Ministering spirits is what they are. To protect you. You are protected. We all have protection. We just don't know it. We don't know it. Yeah. Um, yeah, we do. We grow through our problems. We grow through our situations. Everything that we have to go through, we really grow and become stronger. That's right. That's right. We can say a prayer. I will say it right now. I'm going to close my eyes. I pray, Lord, in the name of Jesus, that you know his daughter has went missing. I think Felicia. Pray right now. May you find her daughter, return her to him safe and sound. May you bring peace to his soul, peace to his family. May you take control of the whole entire situation because you are able. We know that the darkness is all out there, but so are you. You are light. Uh, you can do anything that you want. We are told that wherever one or two or three gather in your name, you will make it so, Lord. We really, truly believe that you are able to do this. If it isn't, if it is within your will to return his daughter safe and sound, we pray that you, Lord, bring this about and just give him a peace that covers over his being, and just work everything out for your good in the name of Jesus. Amen. Yeah, I can pray. I don't have a problem praying. I don't. And I mean it. I don't like to waste my time praying. If somebody's going to say, Gina, you need to pray right now, you need to force it. If I feel within my spirit, I'm going to pray. I am. And if there's people who don't like it, I'm sorry. That's another part of me. It is, and it's okay. I didn't get this far in life by myself. I didn't. Okay, I didn't. I know I'm being watched over. Just like you know you're being watched over. That's right. Yeah. A heater core. Family of used cars. That's right, you are. We're being watched over. And it's what's in your heart right there. It really is. Yes, he was accredited him as righteousness. That's right. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Here's this which pops in my mind. You have not because you ask not. And when you ask, you don't receive because you ask with the wrong intentions. You ever been in that boat before? You you ask for something. You ask for something that you want, but your intentions are wrong, and you're praying and praying, but you don't receive it. It's because of your intentions. The intent that you should have had was not there. That's right. Yeah. That's right, you are. Yeah, we all need prayer. We all need miracles in our life. We really do. And really all we have to do is ask and mean it. Mean it. It's not to say that you're going to receive everything you ask for, but a lot of the times miracles do happen. They really do. For those who don't believe in miracles, they do happen. They do. This is a spiritual realm. Um, we know that we deal with spiritual things, especially when we go to sleep, spiritual entities. So what happened to our dreams? What happened to them, you all? Something happened to our dreams. Um, it's like you can't get any peace and quiet when you dream. You're exhausted, you go to dream, and then boom, there's no rest for you in your dreams. There's no rest at all because now you're battling in your dream state and you may not even remember it, but you wake up and you feel it. Something like that. Yeah. So I am going to go 60 minutes and 44 seconds. Yeah. Do you think you have ever been on a galactic ship? I have been on a ship. Lots of times I've been on a ship, you all. When I was taking pictures of the ships back in 2018, every night in my dream state, I was on a ship. I had great big gigantic windows in front of me, great big gigantic windows, and I was taking pictures. It was the same ships every night. It was all night long. I thought, how many pictures am I going to take? I woke up. It was as if I had not been asleep. I looked like I was up all night. I would go in the mirror and look. This happened for around 2 weeks straight in a row on a ship taking pictures. I kid you not, that's how it happened. Yeah, I have. I have, you all. But I am going to go. It started raining heavier now. So I want to listen to the rain downstairs. Thank you all. And we prayed for a safe return of Tony's 28-year-old daughter. That's right, who went missing. So thank you, moderators. Thank you for your comments. Yeah, we do need to pray more for one another. We can pray for ourselves too. And just try to stay balanced on the inside here. Keep the peace within your being. Really get yourself grounded. Get yourself grounded and anchored to withstand the storms of life because they're here. The storms of life. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you.